Everyone, stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live 30 minutes before market open, Monday through Friday. Tap the bell. And if you want to join our community, the UVH fam, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Both are free. Have a great community of traders. We post our wins, we post our losses. We pray together, we cry together. Here we are. What's going on? If you're here right now, say what up. What's going on? We got Ramsey, Carmine, Jeff, Hank, Keith. What is going on this morning? We have the S&P's down 13, Dow's down 82, NASDAQ down 23. We had quite the rippage here on the jobs report. Brandon, Carlos, Colin, Aaron, Bear Gang. Crazy how the market has this unemployment priced in already. Yeah, I mean that's what I was talking about, guys. Is my volume too loud, or how's my volume? My son adjusted all my settings. I found out because people were telling me my volume was low, and I adjusted it, but it seems a little high. Let me know about my volume here, because my son adjusted all my volumes to low, and I didn't know. People were like, "Hey guys, you're too low." I checked, everything was messed up. Yo, Slick, what's up? So what I was talking about with the jobs report yesterday and last night was when the mainstream media is pushing, and I'm talking about like Fox News. I mean, everybody and their brother knew that the jobs report was going to be in the millions. That's for me, like I said, this is us versus Herd last night. That for me is an indicator that this potentially is going to be a little bit of priced in a little bit here, you know. Danny, Lion, Mark. Jobs bad, but money go. But yeah. I mean, this is some pretty good volume here on the S&Ps right now. They're pushing up. You know, I said last night in Discord that I wanted it to fade. It was fading down. I wanted it to fade down to 2400, and it did fade down to 2400. And I do have an alert here for 2390, but I was hoping to fade it to 2400, but it hit 2400 right before the jobs report, and I'm like, I don't really want to. What if I'm wrong? You know what I mean? Like, what if this jobs report, like, we go down to like 2300 instantly? You know, it could have happened. I mean, I know there's halts in place, and we were already down like 2%, but you know, so I didn't pull the trigger on that. I wish I did, because it definitely would have been a nice futures contract win right here. 2400, 2450. You know, we would have made it a nice, you know, $400 or $500 there. So it's okay. You miss opportunities. Also, what kind of kept me going here, I'll go over my trades here in a second, was I currently have a BA 165 call. It was down at close yesterday just because we had that huge rip down, but now I'm in the money by about $4. Boeing's 169 right now. So I'm probably up around $300 on that position now. So I got back what I lost, and I'll probably be up around $300 at open. So it kind of made me not trade, you know, because I'm already exposed to some risk. I'm also short TLT. Right now I'm short TLT. I have the 162 put for next week expiration. So, you know, that was down a little bit yesterday as well. So TLT is back down to 162. You know, it was kind of wild last night. Popped up to 167, got rejected. But pretty much with TLT, what I was eyeing here was this rejection area, 165, 167 area right in here. So I bought a put on it after it got rejected. I thought we were going to gap down, but it's still kind of break even for where it was yesterday. I mean, it closed at 162.54. It's at 162.54 right now. And they're really ripping these futures, man. Dow's green now, 41. NASDAQ up 5, and S&Ps are down just 2. Man, NASDAQ was down yesterday too, but Apple's struggling right now. Apple's on the struggle bus because they're delaying. They're good chances they're delaying their next iPhone. Morning, hit the like button. Yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. GLD is up again. Yeah, I closed out, Hank. I closed out my SLV position yesterday because they were playing some funny money games with it. They were crushing premium in there. SLV was higher, but I was starting to lose my profit, so I took it off. So I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna wait till they crush a little bit more premium on there. Yo, Micah, Joe, what's up? If you're here right now, say what up. If you're gonna lose money, if you're losing money at open, type 1. If you're making money at open, type 2. Yeah, Hank, I made about 30%, so I can't complain, but they were starting to take it from me. Even though SLV was going higher, I was starting to lose money, so they were crushing that premium, so I had to get out of the contract. Ooh, Kelly 2, nice. Mason, you'll get it back, bro. You'll get it back. Aaron, 1.5. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? So, let's get to these. I did go over my plays here, but jobless claims 3 million. Last week we were just at 282,000. I wonder if they updated this at all. They updated, no. So, I mean, I think this was to be expected. And I think that the Senate was feeling the pressure because they approved the bill last night, and I feel like they had to approve the bill before vote for the bill before the unemployment report. I'm drawing a blank. So, they voted last night to pass it. The Senate passed the bill. It's now going to the House. The House now is not going to vote on it till tomorrow. And these guys just like dragged their feet. You think why don't they just go and do it? Why don't they do it? You know what I mean? Like, why don't they just go vote? Go vote now. And what else are they doing? Anyways, so the Senate passed the $2 trillion economic relief package. It's going to the House. We'll approve it Friday. Well, hopes to approve it. We don't know yet. We gotta chill. Hopefully, they don't send it back to the Senate because the Senate says they're going to be on recess till end of April. They worked really hard. Senate worked really, really hard to get this bill, and they gotta take a month off. Okay. It was exhausting. I mean, it was exhausting for them. It was so much work that now they gotta take a month off. Man, I'm happy they could take a vacation. Really, I'm really excited for them. The legislation approved as ways to layoffs hit workers. So I feel like they used this bill to offset obviously the unemployment. However, it's not on Trump's desk yet. We need it to go to Trump's desk. We need the bill to go to Trump's desk. It's not on Trump's desk yet. So just be mindful. We better off when they're on vacation. not when they're holding up funds. Keith, you want to get paid? All right, so the market, yeah, S&P just ripped green, Dow's up 103, NASDAQ, gold futures up 29. Volatility, that's down 27 cents. Oil's down 58 cents. So I'm trading. Maybe I'll trade some soybeans today. I made like $75 trading soybeans in like 20 minutes. It was nice. Soybeans. I don't know about you guys, but I do like to trade the soybean chart. I mean, let me just show you guys for a second. I mean, like this is what I like. People are like, why do you trade this stuff? As a support, mainly like a support and resistance trader, this chart is everything to me. Like these charts are home run charts for support and resistance traders. I mean, this is what you like. So this is why I'm good at trading soybean futures. So that's why I trade soybean futures. It's not because I have really any interest in soybeans or farming or anything like that. It's just because I like the chart and I play the chart. I really don't know about soybeans that much, but the chart makes all the difference. This rip looks like a nice short for the open. You need to get me in there. So yeah, I made like $75 yesterday just trading some soybeans, and I saw a lot of opportunity. I try to. I don't like oil as much. I mean, I do trade it. I make some money on there every now and then. I trade it like, maybe 10 times a year, oil. But I just feel like oil, I don't like when my trades are too political, like when they're swayed easily by politics. And that's why, like, with the trade war and with the Senate bill, I was on the struggle bus, is because I don't do well with politics messing with the market. And I don't think anybody really does. But for me, one of my weaknesses is that I've identified is, trying to figure out what the government is going to do and how that relates to the market. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, but overall, like, I think at the end of the day, I kind of overthink it, and I think I know what's going to happen, and it doesn't happen, or it does happen, and then I don't. So, but I don't really think anybody knows what the government is going to do at any given time. You know what I mean? Let's see what Boeing's doing. So I have that 165. I have that 165 call right now on Boeing. We're at 170. Nice. It's gonna push high a day. Yesterday's high a day. 175. 175. I'll be happy with 175. 180. That'd be nice. My kids want a new swing set. If you're here right now, you're just joining us, if it's your first time, say what up. We got Simon and Carlos, new subscribers. Appreciate you. Can anyone tell me why my TOS watch list doesn't show red or green till open? Yeah, it doesn't load any of the numbers here. As you can see, like, it's all zeroed out. But you can see the way that you can decide is, like, the bid and the ask does refresh, and you can see what it last closed at. So if you're looking, let's just take Microsoft for instance. It closed at 146, but the bid and the ask is 148, so it's green. I know it's a little bit more work, but that's how you kind of get around that. Go imagine anything. What's going on? Yeah, Discord. If you're just joining, Discord link is in the description. Can anyone tell me why my answered that? Thoughts on Ford? Yeah, Ford, I mean, so regardless, so I know from personal experience, now this has nothing to do with Ford at all, but I think that the car dealers and manufacturers are going to have a heck of a problem. Because before this process, the market started to crumble, I was actually going to buy a new car. And then the market crumbled in a week, and they were calling me up like, hey, Nick, you're going to come in this weekend. We scheduled you for blah blah blah. And I was ready to go. I was all set. I was gonna push the buy button. And thank God I didn't, because now I don't need a new car if I'm just sitting at home. So they're going to be struggling. People, I feel, after this, some people are not going to have jobs. They're not going to come back to jobs. And people are not going to be making big purchases when we were struggling for food, So I think that big purchases, like a car, is gonna struggle. I mean, I do like that the recovery is coming up. I don't know. I mean, Ford, I don't like Ford in general. I don't trade Ford. I mean, if you look at the 10-year chart here, it's nothing but straight down, So I know the reason why people trade it in our community is because they have cheap options, very small accounts. It's nice. For me, as a support and resistance trader, I would trade this recovery here. Pop up. I would try to trade it to 7. This looks like a nice, real nice pop up to 7. And then I would be very, very, very careful around the 7 area. But that's how I would trade it. Unemployment squad, where are you at? JP Morgan. Yeah, let's look at JP Morgan. Yeah, the banks, banks, banks are following SPY and the S&P and all that. They all look kind of the same right now. Let's see, what is it at? Okay, it's at 92. We really need this 95 break to be able to push to 100, 105 area. We need the 95 break. We need the 95 break on JP Morgan. Maybe we'll get it today. Maybe we won't. Futures are pushing up pretty hard here. We got. I traded Amazon a little bit yesterday too. Man, Boeing's at 172. All right, we might have to take profits here open. I'm not gonna be greedy. My call expires tomorrow, so I'm gonna play it safe, guys. I'm gonna play it safe. Amazon, I made a little bit of money in yesterday. I bought around 1900, pushed up to 1930, and I sold it. Made about $600 in about, what was it, an hour or 2 hours, something like that. About an hour, pushed up. But man, I'm glad that I took my profits. I thought that I bought the 1950 call yesterday. I thought I was going to try to push to high a day because Google and other people were pushing like that, but Amazon just couldn't do it. It started limping out here at 1930, so I took my profits, and I'm definitely glad I did because that got smashed, obliterated yesterday from 1930, and it closed at 1885. It took a $50 dump right at close. I mean, it was insane. Hank, I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm not gonna be greedy with Boeing, man. My options expires tomorrow. Anything can happen. I'm gonna take profits. My motto, one of my rules I live by is take profits, redeploy capital, and that's where I found success. And other people would hold on. Maybe you will. Maybe go to 190 today. Maybe it'll go to 200. Maybe I'm gonna leave $3,000 on the table, and it happens all the time to me. It's fine. I don't try to be greedy. When I get greedy, like I told you guys before, when I get greedy, it's like trying to drive your car down the highway at 200 miles an hour, and you're trying not to crash, And that's kind of where I want to go. Yo, Joe, Disney. So Disney, had a nice bump up from 80, and one of the things that I've been watching Disney on. I mean, I've been watching Disney for quite a few years here. And people were confused on why it wasn't going much lower around the 90s. Yes, it did dip down to 80, but keep in mind, it has a 5-year consolidation between 90 and 110. 5-year consolidation. I know that's pretty wide, but it literally stayed the same price for 5 years. 4 or 5 years, literally the same price. So it has a really strong base here. So I wasn't shorting Disney. If you weren't shorting Disney from 140, 130, 120, you kind of missed the opportunity because I feel like when it gets to this level, there's not enough juice to squeeze. And yes, their parks are closed. I don't know when they're going to reopen the parks and if they're going to reopen them or what the deal is right now. And their rollouts for their movies are getting pushed back. I mean, it's a disaster. I get that it's a disaster. But if you're looking strictly at the charts here, look at the charts. They're going to tell you that we have a 5-year support. Are you going to short and keep shorting at 5-year support? I mean, I think that a better short, if it pops up to 120, I would like to go short. That is solid resistance. This is multi-year resistance. We did gap up. With the Disney Plus release, and then it chilled up here for a few quarters. Obviously, we headed down, but if it pops up for me, if it pops up to 120 and things are not looking good for Disney, I will short it. I will short Disney, but right now I can't in good faith short it at 100. Now, you could say you can go in calls, but for me, honestly, I don't like to hold calls either because the parks are closed. They're not making any money. They have all these employees probably furloughed. I don't know if they're paying them. I mean, it's a mess. So let me see if it pops up to 120, and then I'll short. It might not pop up to 120. So right now, for me, like personally, I don't feel comfortable. I think there's better opportunities in the market than Disney right now. Disney's, 100% shut down. They can't release movies in the theater. Their parks are closed, and the $6 Disney Plus subscription is not going to cut it. Okay. So that's why I don't play Disney. And a lot of people have been getting burned on Disney. I mean, they made money, sure. They made money from the drop here, but right now for me, it's real tough right now on Disney. Down at 100. This could rip up to 110 very easily. It could come back down to 90. So I would rather focus on the 110, 120 area right now if we can get up to there. That's what I would be focusing on Disney. That's what I would like to see. So we got S&P's up 5, Dow's up 116, and Nasdaq up 28. Man, they're just ripping. I think S&Ps are going 2,500. SPY right now. Let's see here. SPY, it hit 256 yesterday before giving it up. All right, here we go. Breaking news. What a handsome fellow. Coronavirus stimulus checks will come within 3 weeks. That's what they said. So we gotta hang on another 3 weeks. If you don't have money in the bank, now is a good time not to YOLO your brokerage account, because you may need the money to get by. You may need the money to get by. Mnuchin spoke to CNBC the morning after. It's funny that they have calls with him on CNBC almost daily. Do you guys think that is weird, or do you guys like they have a phone call with him on CNBC pretty much daily? You guys think that's weird? I think it's a little weird. Weekly initial jobless claims totaled 3.3. We know that. So I don't know. Is it going to come in the form of a check, or is it going to come in the form of like digital currency? Does anybody know? Anybody know? Because I think there were talks about how they're going to roll this out. I think that they should just send a debit card to everybody and just keep reloading it. But I don't know. I don't know how that might not work. Because I don't know how you pay for your mortgage and rent with a debit card. I don't know. Direct deposit. Yeah, I think a debit card would be hard to. I think you could pay for your rent, but like people with mortgages, they don't take debit cards. You know, mortgage companies don't like credit and debit cards. You know, like they don't like that. If you file the tax return, it's sent to your bank. Yeah, what happens to the people that didn't file their 2018 taxes? I mean, I did, but what happens? What happens if you didn't file your 2018 taxes? There's a lot of people in that situation that are behind taxes and they didn't file. Are they not going to get paid? Is it 2017? I thought they were taking your 2018 income. From what I understood, they were taking your 2018 income. So if you file the tax return sent to your bank account, her direct deposit. My problem is 2018 was great for me. 2019 not so great, not so much. So I'm screwed on the checks. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're trying their best, but they can't cater to everybody. Excuse me. Uncle Sam let his beak first. You know. Luckily, Adderall is pretty cheap. They will go off 2019 if you did. They will go off 2019 if you did 2019. I don't think many people filed 2019 just because. I mean, some people did, but I feel like they were scared to file 2019. I know that I didn't file my 2019 taxes yet because I got to pay the tax man. So I was like, well, if they're gonna pay me money, why would I want to pay them back? So I'm just gonna chill right now and see how this plays out. I'm gonna wait till July now and see how this plays out. If they're gonna send me money, I don't know how much I'm gonna get even. I don't even know. They haven't given us I haven't looked at the final details of the bill yet of how much I would be getting. But I'm gonna chill. Better off sending a bottle of Jägermeister. But yeah, what was it? Spy. So Spy, what I was talking about. So we're gonna get paid in 3 weeks, hopefully. So I do like. So it's at what? We're at 148 right now. I do like this right up in here. I do think that we're gonna probably push to 260. I don't know if we're gonna push to 260 today. That would be ideal, but things are ripping. Can you even file taxes if you made no income? I don't think you're supposed to file taxes if you made no income. I mean, I guess you could. You could just put 0 on there and file it. Might be better to file 0 than. I don't really know. I'm not an accountant. It said the checks are non-taxable. Oh, good. Because I know there was some confusion that there was talks about that the check would actually be taxable and coming from your employer and stuff like that. And I mean, hopefully, I don't know. I actually don't know what was approved yet. I gotta look into it because I went to bed last night. They were on late. I was like, yeah, I'm not spending any more time of my time on these goofballs. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna go to bed. I went to bed around. I posted the video around 9:30. Went to bed around 10:30. You know, and just kind of trying to get some rest. Staring at the screen, my eyes are just. I gotta wear these glasses all the time. They're just driving me nuts. I'm gonna take a break from the screens because not only outside of trading, not only am I just staring at the screen, I'm also like reading all this news all the time from a screen, whether it's from my phone or staring at these monitors or whatever. You know, I gotta give my eyes a break this weekend from screen time and unplug a little bit. You know. These are some blue light glasses. Let me see if I can. You get them on Amazon. They help with the light. You just search. They have a bunch of different ones. Basically, just search blue light glasses on Amazon, and you can. They have a bunch of different things. But these have been working out for me. These are like $100 though. These are not the cheap $16 ones. These are called let me see, Swanwick. I don't get paid for this, by the way, so I don't. These are like $70 here. These are the ones I'm wearing right now. But they definitely help a lot. They definitely help when when your phone's in night mode. When I'm laying in bed, I put them on. It's nice, you know, kind of helps you out. But I haven't been wearing them, and my screen time has been way up. So gotta chill. But they have more natural looking ones too, you know. Not these weird ones. New question, but what about that candlestick chart on SPY tells you it's going to shoot up to 260? So, man, they're ripping this. Ripped it 100 points. Why did I not buy S&P futures? Sorry, we're good. Bob, so what I'm looking at right here is it closing above certain price points. So before these bars were closing at like this last bar on March 24th, so 2 days ago, closed at 243. Where it opened at on March 20th was 243. It did close. This candle did close at 228. So there's some resistance here. Yesterday's candle closed above this point in resistance, and we shot up above here, and you can see, look at these candles here. Look at this. High of day yesterday was where these candles are stopping at, resistance, right? So this is what I'm looking at right here, this resistance right here. Now, if it pops up, it's gonna pop up to at least 256 area, 255, and if it can break that, we're good to this 260, 270 area, but we need to get through. Yesterday we couldn't get through, and this is the nice things about charts. Charts do not lie. Charts are basic. Charts are understanding, and you just need to take the time and really focus on where pricing starts and where pricing ends. And look, 256 high day yesterday, we came back down, right? So I'm thinking we're good. You know, now that we closed above 243, we're good to at least 255, 256 area. So in my opinion, it's okay to go long SPY right now. I mean, it's at 248. Would have been way better to go long at 243. You know, I was looking at 2400 here on S&P futures. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now on SPY. And you know, anything can happen. You know, with the charts, you do your best to read the charts the way that you can, but also news can come out that's catastrophic that can mess the charts up. Like, you know, charting was not working very well on this fall, right? Because it was just slicing through like butter because it was just bad news. But there was really no support. There's no support here. You know, there's no support. SPY 300, SPY 310. There's no support. We just went straight up. There's no consolidation. There's no support at these all-time highs. Nothing justified the price. So that is what I look for when I'm trading, you know, support and resistance, and why I feel comfortable going long or why I feel comfortable going short. All right, market's about to open. What's VIX at right now? VIX at 61, so it's down a little bit. Let's see what Boeing wants to do. Boeing want to pay? Bears are getting Burge. How much do you invest per trade? It really depends on the trade. Sometimes it's $300, sometimes it's $2,000. It depends on what product you're trading. Yesterday, I bought an Amazon call for $1,600. Yesterday, I bought a Boeing call for $1,200. I bought a TLT put for 300 yesterday. So it depends on the product. Depends on the product, you know. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we got Boeing. Boeing, I'm up $200 on this position. I was down 400 at close yesterday, so we'll see what happens here with Boeing. So I'm up 16% on this. It put some premium crush on this. So we'll see if we can get some contracts to trade out a little bit, get this bumped up a little bit. The one thing about trading Boeing is the bid and the ask is rather wide, so you gotta wait till some contracts are traded, because the bid and the ask is going to be really wide on Boeing. Let's see here, Boeing. Let me look at these contracts. Yeah, I mean, if you look at these contracts right now, I don't like this per se. You know, if you look, the ask is 14. Oh, the bid is coming. See, the bid, this was just $10 a second ago. Now it's $13. So it's coming together. So we got to be patient. We got to be patient. And look at that. They are ripping up. I kind of feel a little salty about not buying 20. I said specifically last night. Let me see if I can search this. This is why you gotta stick to the plan. Let me search. Let me see from. I don't know. It's not pulling up. It's not pulling up in the Discord in the search. But last night I said if SPY hits 24, or if S&P futures ES or MES hits 2400, I'm gonna buy. And I didn't. All right. I think I'm gonna take my profits now. I'm up over 500 on. Man, that bid and ask is literally ridiculous, though. Try to. All right, we just locked in. Bid and the ask is ridiculous. So I just locked in 585 in profit. I'm down a little bit on TLT, but I think I got till next week. I think TLT is going to come around. Man, Boeing's just ripping. That was a nice trade. Came back from negative. I was down 390 at close yesterday to positive 585. So that's a nice swing. So I'm up 981. I got 981 back on the P&L day. So realized profits 585. So that's a good trade right there. Let's see. I'm seeing if TLT wants to come down. So I'm down a couple bucks on TLT, down $93 right now. TLT is sitting at 164. It's currently green. I do think that TLT is going to falter around this area. I do think it's going to stop out here. We're gonna head back down to like the 155 area. But I have till next week, so I'm just gonna be patient. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Jason, you got to be real careful. Anything with wide spreads, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. And that's why I don't like trading on Robinhood, is because, you know, when I close this position, you know, it allows me to select the mid price, and I can easily select the mid price just by clicking on it. I think I'm gonna do some Tastyworks tutorials. I haven't done one in a long time, because I think a lot of people that have switched to Tastyworks are just not familiar in how easy it is. Because if coming off Robinhood, I get it. It's confusing. You know, there's a lot of things in here, but at the end of the day, it's actually a lot easier, and you make more money with the tools that you have. So, well, I'm glad I sold Boeing, man. That thing really got crushed back down to earth. Let's take a look at what Boeing's at. So I sold this contract. I sold my Boeing contract at $17.95 yesterday. So yesterday I bought Boeing for $12.10. I just sold it for $17.95. This Boeing contract was $165. Now it got crushed down to $15, and they did add in Tastyworks. You can actually view the options chart in here to track the pricing of the option now too. So this you can see here. Yesterday, this pushed up to 20. So I got almost $18 for it. I'm not gonna complain. So this is good. I mean, it opened at 13, pushed up to. Let's get the 1 minute chart on this bad boy, so we can see what happens. So, and this is why you gotta be careful with option pricing, because you can see here that this contract opened up around 14. Yesterday it closed down around 8. This contract opened at 14. Some poor soul bought it for like 20, 19.50, and then it pushed back down to 15. So this is why you got to be careful at open, and this is why I personally don't like buying options within 15 minutes of market open. I primarily just try to sell my positions if I'm in a winning position. But that was a nice trade on Boeing, and you don't want to be greedy. You're never going to get the whole thing. Like I sold it for $18 to push up to 20. Could have made $200 more, but I mean, don't be greedy in this. Just take your money and redeploy the capital. My option expired. The call that I had expires tomorrow, so you want to kind of play hot potato. Basically you're holding on to a live grenade, and it's gonna blow up, so you want to throw it away. And that's essentially what I did. Man, they are pumping. Baba Rip. Edwin, SPY needs a break and hold above 250. I think you got that, bro. Needs a hold. Okay. So, any stocks you guys want to look at here? Hopefully we get a little bit of a pullback and we can find some positions. And Amazon's pretty interesting. It's not really moving. If Amazon stays around 1900 and kind of consolidates around here, I'll maybe look to buy a call. Maybe I'll just chill for a little bit. I mean, I missed my top opportunity on S&P futures. Unless we get some hard pullback. I took my profits from Boeing. Pushed that high of the day here. Apple's going to be a little tricky here. So Apple's going to be a little tricky with that iPhone announcement. If they don't release the iPhone or they delay the iPhone, it's going to mess up with their chain and their profits. So I feel like Apple, you want to be careful about right now. I might not trade it. It's not breaking above the 250 area here. It didn't close above 250, which makes me a little bit nervous, because I've been watching this 250 area here. Been a major point of rejection. It needs to be able to close above 250, otherwise it could revisit like 230, 220, I believe. So I am watching Apple, but right now, because of that iPhone delay, we're gonna have some trouble. Well, Apple's going to have some trouble, not us personally, but that is what I think. Would you consider a call spread? Yeah, I mean, I would short it. It's right at 250. I mean, I would wait to see what happens today. I wouldn't just go all in. I mean, this could easily push up to 260 today with the amount of with the way things are going. So, when the market is ripping like this, and some stocks like Apple and Amazon are lagging, I kind of watch them, wait for an opportunity possibly to get long. Either they're lagging or something is wrong with the stock. I think Apple is a probable short here. And then Amazon I think is going to try to rip back up to 1950 area, but 1940 is a little bit of resistance up there. So I would trade if Amazon, like yesterday. This is what I was looking for yesterday. Yesterday it was hanging out here around 1900. It was starting to make lower higher lows in here. It's making higher lows, kind of trending up. So I put a position on. I bought around 1905 area. I set an alert for 1890. So if it gets to 1890, I'll probably just exit the position, take the loss, and move on. But we pushed up to 1930, and this is what I'm looking for today. So I'm looking for stocks that are going to be lagging, and I'm going to be looking to purchase some long positions, but probably not to hold overnight. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We gotta see what happens today. I don't feel like I'm not going to chase this right now. I missed it. I made money on Boeing. I'm glad, but I missed the S&P, the SPY rip. So now I have to wait for my next entry. One of the things that people make a mistake on a lot of times is, unless you're scalping like the 1 minute chart, which I don't, you don't want to just go in all willy-nilly and just start chasing. It looks like it wants to push high a day yesterday, which was 2560, 2550 area. So I might as well just wait. I might as well just wait now, And a lot of people get confused and like, well, what if there's not a dip? What if it doesn't come back? Listen, there's always a dip. There's always a dip. When we're shorting the rips, there's always pullback. There's always a better entry. This, like, if I went in and bought this right now, there's a high probability this could shoot back down to 2450. Now, would you want to take that chance? I personally don't. So I'm gonna pump the brakes, relax. I know people get a little bit of FOMO. People get a little bit get a little crazy sometimes. You kind of have to chill. And one of the ways that I kind of fight FOMO is kind of always have at least one position working right now, even if these are not working out. Like TLT is not working out, but it will. Kind of concentrate on the charts. Boeing worked out, but these other plays right now are kind of just chilling right now. So what I just try to see what my next entry is. I am eyeing Amazon right here, but I don't want to buy any options within the first 15 minutes. So I'm just chilling, seeing what happens, see if Amazon can come back down. If Amazon could come back down to 1900, push back up to 1930, that would be good for me. Apple, if it can't come up, if it keeps hitting this wall up in here, like if it keeps trying for 250, it keeps getting rejected, I'll probably short it. So I'm just chilling. Should I do a put on GameStop? I don't know. I'm not trading any earnings right now. And GameStop, if you want to. I don't see how any catalyst would be good for GameStop right now. They were ordered to shut every store, even though they were trying to stay open as an essential business. They were ordered to shut every store. And way before this all happened, GameStop's going out of business. The question is when. Look at the 5-year chart. They're going out of business. And I said this before. Any retailer that was struggling when we had the greatest economy in the world, they're not going to make it through this. Forever 21, GameStop, JCPenney, Sears, all these little retailers. So, yeah, if you feel like, I don't know, let's see here. Man, look at that though. Implied volatility 401% on these options though. Wow. That is insane. 400% for next day expiration. That is insane. I was expecting like 200 and it's double. Wow. So basically, plus or minus, if you're looking at GameStop, plus or minus $1, you need that stock to go down more than 25% to make some money tomorrow. You need it to go down 25%. So if you're going to buy this, I know it's only $30, but you're going to get crushed hard. You're going to get crushed hard tomorrow with a 400% implied volatility going into earnings. Yo, Brian, I do have some. If you search Us versus Herd Tasty Works on YouTube, I do have quite a few, but I feel like I need to do some more because I just scratched the surface. I did some stuff on how to buy a call, how to sell, how to do some spreads and stuff like that. I did do my most recent Tastyworks video was a tutorial on the analysis tab on how to analyze your trades for theta and stuff like that, which is helpful. I use it a lot, but I feel like when you're trading in this environment, things are a little bit different. Yo, Trevor, what's going on? If you guys can do me the favor, if you haven't yet, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Did you see BA? Yo, Ramsey, I got out of BA. I just got out of BA at open. I made 585. So BA pushed up to 180. I got out of that. Definitely glad that I got out. Yeah, I think Brooklyn, I think selling a spread would be way better. Like, I would actually, like, for me, honestly, for GameStop, what I would, with something like this, I would be inclined, I would probably do next week expiration. Next week expiration is still at 300%. I would probably go something like this, honestly. I would do something like this where your max profit's $80, max losses is $20. I might even do this, honestly. I might even do this. Maybe I'll go more. Maybe I'll go more like something like that. Probably not. Yeah, I would probably go dollar wide and then do something like this where my credit is 80 bucks, and so max loss I lose $20. I have the potential to make 80, so maybe sell a couple of these spreads. Maybe do like three to five of them, somewhere around there. Max profit 100, max loss 100, max profit 400, max loss 100. Maybe do something like that. That looks more interesting to me. Man, Boeing's falling apart. Yo, glad I got out of that. Took my profits. I GTFO'd that. This is exactly why you take your profits. Look at this. If I were to hold on right now, if I were to hold on to Boeing, look at this. I sold it for 18. Let's see what Boeing's doing right now. Let's look at that option. So I had the 165 call. It's now down to like 12. You could sell it for 12. So instantly I would have been back at break even. So this is why, you don't want to be greedy in this market. It's easy, very, 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 very easy to be greedy in this market. Do not be greedy. Re-enter. I think I'm good on Boeing. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, Boeing comes down to 150. If it's consolidating, I'll think about it. If I'm not catching the knife though. Sold an earning type Iron Condor and Disney for tomorrow. Max loss 80. Yeah, Daniel, I was looking at maybe I'll do this GameStop. Iron Condor. Bring it down. Max loss 20. Max profit 80. That's good. Disney's earnings tomorrow. I have not been keeping track of earnings. Oh, you have an Iron Condor and Disney, not for earnings. Yeah, Disney. I mean, these are at 175. Iron Condors are probably. I think if the market's moving up, Iron Condors are going to be making some money because the implied volatility is going to get crushed. I do like that. Maybe I'll look to sell some premium today. Maybe I will look to sell some premium because it seems like premium is really rich, and if the market's moving up, this premium is going to get crushed pretty good. So maybe I'll join you, Daniel. You got to be careful about risking assignment for tomorrow's expiration on some if you're selling in the money puts or calls. So you just got to be careful about that. But I do like this GME play. I think I might do this. I'll probably get screwed on it. It's probably gonna go down to what, like $2 tomorrow. It's gonna get cut in half. Worth a shot, I guess, right? For $20, worth a shot. What do you guys think? All right, Boeing's pushing back up. Market had a little bit of pullback, so healthcare most gainers. Let's see what United Healthcare is doing right now. And United Healthcare is up 1%. We got the VIX down 4. Apple's Apple's touching 249 right now, so it's still tapping 250. So this is important for Apple. If it can't get over 250, I wouldn't mind shorting that. Roku's down 75 cents. Netflix is up. $6, $7. Netflix hit the skids the last couple days. Amazon's still hugging 1900. If it can hold 1900 here, I would like to probably put a position on Amazon. That would be nice. I'd like to go long Amazon if it's still hugging 1900, but we gotta be careful. If it's hugging 1900, I'll have a stop at 1890, just to be safe. But I do like Amazon right here. But I'm gonna watch. Probably I'm gonna watch and wait for my entries. Now that I'm up almost $600 today in realized profit. So I'm gonna take it easy. There's no reason just to get in. Let's see what some highs and lows are setting up to be. Let's see what happens. Is the market going to reverse here? I mean, some of these stocks are starting to reverse. Yeah, but if Hank, like you said, if Boeing comes back down to like the 150, the 155 area, I might maybe try to get long again. We'll see. But I'm just gonna be careful. Yeah, Microsoft pushing as well. Yeah, Microsoft's at 150, pretty nice. So I'm gonna wait for some pullback here. And I'm going to see if there's some consolidation. I'm going to look to buy into some consolidation like I did yesterday. But that consolidation really didn't come for another hour or 2 hours. So I'm going to see what happens. So that's my game plan for today. Made $600. Go low and slow. Take it easy. Tomorrow's Friday. No need to overcomplicate it, and no need to lose your gains. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. Tried selling some Amazon spreads. Yeah, you really just got to buy a call or a put, unfortunately, on Amazon. You got to be real careful about that. And even that's don't trade Boeing or Amazon if you don't know what you're doing. Like if you're new to trading options, you don't want to trade those stocks. It's extremely risky. And that's why I've mainly just been trading SPY and Apple, but I've switched it up just because on Apple yesterday I lost $600, and when I have a big loser on a stock, I try to take a break from that ticker and switch it out and come back to it. I mean, losing $600, I've made thousands on the rip down from Apple, so losing $600 wasn't a big deal. But I don't want to continue giving up my gains on Apple, so I switch out the tickers. Keep the gains today, and tomorrow we'll probably consolidate. Yeah, so I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be watching Amazon right here. 1900 is kind of hanging out. It's kind of choppy right now on Amazon. Microsoft, we'll see if we get a little bit of pullback. See what happens here. S&Ps and SPY around 250, 2500 areas. I want to see what happens. We're gonna get some consolidation. I would like to see MES come back to 2450 and then bounce back up to 2500. I'd like to get maybe a contract on that. I might trade this GameStop Iron Condor. Probably will get screwed on it, but I like the risk to reward ratio for next week expiration, so that looks good. So I mean that's kind of what I'm looking at right now in terms of stocks. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna be in the Discord. I do not have a video on futures yet. I'm going to be in the Discord. Stay safe. Is us first, sir.